John 10:10. The thief's purpose is to steal and kill and destroy. My purpose is to give them a rich and satisfying life. Hello, you guys. Welcome back to Lighthouse Ministries. I hope you guys are doing well today. Today, we will be talking about the enemy will take the value of the blessing. Have you been delivered from something recently, or have you been delivered from something, but it seems like it's not as what we thought it would be? Let me tell you something. That is the enemy trying to steal the joy away from that deliverance. Have you been praying to God for years to deliver you from this certain thing? And once you get that blessing, it seemed like it wasn't worth getting, or it seems like I was better off in Egypt. That is the enemy trying to take away the joy of that deliverance. Don't let him do it. The enemy is here to kill and destroy and take away the joy that God has given us. And I want to let you guys know that I have been through the same process. That's why I'm on here making this video and giving you guys a better understanding of not allowing the enemy to destroy that deliverance. Some of us have been asking for deliverance for years and years, and somehow once we get it, we are depressed. We fall in depression, or we fall into a way of, I was better off in Egypt. Do not think that way, because that's the enemy applying pressure, wanted you to go back into that sin. So first topic is going to be, sometimes we think it will be the way we want it to be, or we thought it will be better. Sometimes we play out this idea of how we will go through once we are delivered from that thing. And we got to remember, our thoughts is not God's thoughts. Our thoughts is not his thoughts. And the way he think is not the way we will think. The important thing, as long as you are away from that sin, and now you can fully step into the promises of God, that should be our main focus on. So stop thinking that it will be better because you thought, oh, this is how this is going to play out, or this is how that's going to play out once that blessing came. But it didn't play out the way you wanted it, so it caused you to be in depression. And it caused you to think, Egypt was kind of better than this. Don't think that way. The second topic is, we will start to complain about the deliverance. We will start to be depressed. We will start to feel like it's not worth it. The value of the blessing is not worth what it is. We will start to fall in depression, waking up every day like, this is boring, or this is not what I thought it would be. God never told us how our deliverance was going to be. He just told us that we was going to be delivered from it. He never played out, oh, it's going to be this way, it's going to be that way. So we shouldn't play it out, because that's not the way that it goes. When you give yourself to God, it's his way, and we have to let go of our way. So we have to stop the complaining of that deliverance, because it causes the value to go all the way down, and it causes it not to be worth it when it is worth it. You've been praying for his deliverance for so long, and now that it's here, it just feels like, I'd rather not want this deliverance anymore. But when you was in that Egypt, or that sin, in that dark place, you was crying to God every day, constantly, to pull you out. The second part is the Bible. We're going to go to the Israelites on this. The Israelites cried to God for 400 years because they was in slavery. God took them out of slavery. They went into their wilderness. They got delivered from slavery, went into their wilderness, and they told God, we'd rather be back in Egypt, because they thought it was going to play out in a different way, when God never said it was going to play out that way. He just told them, like I said before, I'm going to deliver you from this thing. We're going to take you away from these sinful things, these sinful thoughts, these sinful ways, and put you where I want you. They didn't think they was going to the wilderness. They probably thought they was going directly into the promised land. And we began to want to go back to that Egypt place. We began to want to be captive again, because we feel like it was better then than what it was now. No, the blessing has something great amongst it. Being delivered from darkness is one of the greatest things that God can get us towards. So don't allow the enemy to take that value away. Don't allow him to make you feel like it's not worth it. I'd rather be back in my sin. Don't allow him to sit there and cause depression over you. You cast that depression away, and you wake up joyful that you're not in that sinful nature anymore. And it's multiple times I have got delivered recently. That's why I'm on here making this video, because this is what I felt. A couple days ago, I've been praying to God to take me out of this situation for years. I actually came to God to take me out and keep me out of this situation. He finally have delivered me from this situation, gave me that blessing of want to spend more time with him. I don't have to deal with that thing anymore. And I woke up depressed for a week straight because I feel like it is not what I thought it to be. I feel like the value is taken away because the enemy is applying pressure on me because he wants me to go back into that sin and think it's not worth it when it is worth it. We have to let go of our way and go towards God's way. And sometimes when we think about how it will play out for ourselves, it causes us to be inside of that depression and sadness and complaining when that's not the case. Just be happy that you are delivered from that, especially something that's been on you for years, something that you've been crying to God about for years, and he just kept saying you will be delivered. And now that it's time, don't allow the enemy to snatch the value of that away. Don't allow him to think that you are better off in Egypt, because you are not. God promised you this blessing. He gave it to you. You walk in joy in it. And that's what I had to tell myself. I woke up every day depressed about my life, complained about my life. And I figured my life wasn't going anywhere when I just got delivered from something that I was in for a couple years. Don't let the enemy do that to you. I'm telling you right now, push it out, pray to God, and have that joy on you that you don't have to deal with that thing anymore. So if you watched the end to this video, thank you. If you have any questions, anything you want to ask about, leave in the comments, and we will see you guys soon.